the world looking for understanding of the times that we live in. Hunting and gathering first-hand information, challenging definitions of sin. I travel the world looking for lovers of the ultimate beauty, but never Celine. I am a wanderlust king.
We can still keep going.
Of course we can keep going! Welcome back, everyone, to Angels with Scaly Wings. Last time, we had what was probably the best night out on the town yet. It wasn't even on town, it was at the beach with really the only cool fucking people around. Except Adine, but she's probably busy with taking care of children. Today, we're going to... I don't even fucking know.
We should finally be at where we want to be. It's getting there anyways.
So, do I just get some well-deserved rest, I guess? Because none of these others seem important.
You're not gonna listen to your records?
No, there's no need to.
Nah, we just got the records to have them sit there.
Just get some rest.
Oddly enough, it was, oddly enough, in this path, it was Anna's assistant who died.
I think that's because you've already done Anna's, and it kind of remembered it this time.
Interesting.
Yay! Anna didn't die!
Get some well-deserved rest.
Hey, you spent a long night last night.
Loss. Intuition. Chapter 4. I see Sebastian standing down there.
No, that's not Sebastian. And you'll see why.
That was totally Sebastian standing down there.
No, it wasn't.
Anyway. Blah, blah, blah. Dreams and stuff. Blah, blah, blah. Wondering what's happening. Doorbell rings. In comes Sebastian. The gasp! It's Sebastian!
I totally didn't expect you! Okay, go ahead.
Hey, Furea. Right on the minute. You show up at this time every day like clockwork. I say this line every fucking run-through like clockwork.
Clocks are reliable.
An envelope from the facility. Oh, these are the results from the test Anna ran on my blood. Let's see. Remarkable similarities, genetic makeup, particularly in the brain structure. Oh, I suppose this isn't the only reason you're here. The chief will explain everything once we get there. Let's not keep him waiting, shall we? Hooray! And this is where
No
we're just
skipping.
gonna... We know how this fucking works. We're just gonna let Bryce die. All this work and we're just gonna fucking cancel.
Just fuck up everything we've just done.
Yeah, just fuck it all. I'm done with this series. See you guys some other time.
No!
That would be a horrible thing to do. We've come so far.
I know.
Chief! There you are.
Where at? The hatchery.
Blah, blah, blah. Oh.
You're not gonna
I can't
skip
skip
this
any
part?
of this.
I think it's because of the different path you've gone, and it led to this, so for whatever reason the game thinks it's a little different.
Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah.
I noticed
Loud
that.
bangs. Blah, 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 blah. Cops. Blah, 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 blah. Hatchery. Blah, 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 blah. Stuff. Blah, blah, blah. Stuff. Stuff that doesn't really fucking matter to my case. Sorry for the interruption, Chief. Damn right you are.
Reza stole eggs, he ran off, lady at hatchery
Stole a generator,
chases
eggs,
Reza,
and killed a bitch.
and she gets killed. Yay, we caught up on what's going on. And then Maverick shows up and tells us that it's over. Or, all right. This is where we get an option that we want.
Come in.
Hey, Maverick.
Maverick, what are you doing here? Chief, can I talk to you alone? To be honest, I've always had the hots for you, Chief.
I don't like you spending so much time with other people.
I don't want you to be Furea's. I want you to be all mine, Chief. Come to me.
Oh, gosh.
Ride me like your steed.
Oh, so he's secretly actually a sub, huh?
Secretly deep down, Maverick's just a really aggressive sub. We're quite busy here, Maverick. What is this all about? Reza. Well, you didn't have to say it in such a menacing voice. Nor did you have to start snarling at us. But, well, if you're looking at the... Well, you're looking at the Reza task force. So if you have anything to say, you can say in front of all of us. I see. Think I know where Reza is. You know where Reza is at this very moment? I have good reason to believe I've located his hideout. He should still be there, or he might have already moved on. Damn, Maverick. You never told me you got so sexy when you did investigations. I'm sorry, I couldn't help but go off the rails there. I could just see the two just like jumping on one another and just fucking right in this room in front of me and Sebastian.
Wow. Seriously, man, come on.
Tell me
everything.
I've been tracking him for a while now. When he was at the portal a few days ago, I nearly got him and managed to follow him for a while before I lost him. Based on that and where he's been and his victims I've found, I could triangulate his whereabouts. He has to live somewhere, right? He needs a base to hide the generators and everything he's stolen. Or he could have just buried them in the ground somewhere. Am I wrong?
Well, that takes some time, and then you also have all the dirt that it would look like it's been disturbed, and yeah.
Fair enough. He could have hidden them in the trees.
Or in the bushes. And then hope that nobody pisses
Or
on
he
the
could have hid it in
bush.
his own bush because he's a pussy!
Wow. Yeah.
Hell yeah, I'm so happy I took the initiative on that one. Bryce cleared the clutter on the table, throwing all of Sebastian's shit off the table. And smoothed out a map of the town on its surface. It already had a few locations related to the case marked on it. Show it to me. Show me all that you have. All 13 inches.
Oh, wow. Yeah, well, I mean, I guess he is big. Okay, we're getting it.
I'm just, like, in the mood to make as many sexual jokes as I can right now. I'm not even really taking this seriously. Because we've been through this part already so many times.
Yeah.
Well, you could just skip through the text if you want.
Here. Today's was here. She was following him, likely because she wanted to save the eggs he stole. Why a stupid bitch would try to follow him is beyond me, but she must have been really fucking desperate if she wanted to die that badly. This is the path he took from the portal when I followed him a few days ago. So we have established this as his area of operation. Extrapolated and we can narrow it down to this. Now, where could he be hiding in this area? Certainly not within the village borders, so unless he's decided to live in the wilderness or in a hole in the ground, the only option is here. The abandoned farm. When did you figure all of this out? Just a few minutes ago. Kinda stupid. Took me a while. But when I did, I immediately came inside this building Damn it, Maverick. This might be it. Should we send an observation team? As if we had one to spare. Heck, we're going there right now. What about you, Maverick? I'm still on sick leave, remember? Besides, if I saw Reza right now, I'd probably do something I shouldn't. How about you, Furea? Isn't this going to be dangerous? Reza probably won't harm you, as you're the only one he could possibly consider an ally. Good point. If anything, with you here, he might be able to convince him to give up. Or we could act like we intend to trade you for the eggs if he tries to use them as a bargaining chip. You're not really going to use me as a ransom, alright? We'll see about that. I suppose if it's necessary, I'll have to play along. I've got your back. If there's one thing we could do to make this whole situation even worse, it would be messing up with you. We have the element of surprise if we walk into the base right now, but we risk Reza lashing out with his weapon. If we want to resolve this peacefully, observation is probably the way to go. I guess we won't need Furea for that, though. True enough. Alright, Furea. You stay here and wait for further instructions. We may need you at a moment's notice. Don't do anything without us telling you to. Understand? Okay. Alright then. Let's go, Sebastian. After you, Chief. And Maverick, good job. Thanks, Chief. I'm the Batman.
And here's the trigger.
Shortly after they vanished, Maverick also turned to leave.
Tell Maverick to wait!
Wait, Maverick!
My blood! My blood!
He stopped and waited for a few seconds. What do you want from me? Do you have something against humans in general, or is it just Reza and me? Do you think you are superior to us because of your wings, teeth, and claws, your fire? Or is it just jealousy or projected hate? I know the first day I met you, you were all hung up on people paying attention to us because we're human. I can assure you there's nothing about us to be jealous about. Our world is just a wasteland. He closed the door before he turned back around to face me. You're really playing that innocent role, aren't you? Now you're offering yourself as a bargaining chip for Reza. At this rate, I might even start to believe you if I didn't have reason not to. If I were with Reza, it would have been much easier for me to pull a gun on you, too, the day you were shot. But I didn't even bring one when I came through the portal. Plausible deniability. Or, as we like to say, good cop, bad cop. If Reza's plan fails, you and the rest of humanity can disavow Reza's actions as his own and still go through with the trade as agreed, and Reza would be dealt with, however. Yet if Reza's plan succeeds, you will have given us nothing and still have gained what you wanted. If Reza got away, you'd still have me, though. If your world is a wasteland, don't you think losing you is a price they would gladly pay? Maverick's words made me think, did I really have the complete picture before I stepped through the portal? I guess that would explain why I got the job in the first place. Besides, Reza only stole the things humanity wants, so he's clearly not just doing this for himself. His actions only started after that confrontation with you, though. Maybe none of this was planned. Don't be stupid. Do you think I've forgotten about the secret message he sent you? I still don't know what he would have told me that day if you hadn't interrupted us. He wanted to discuss his plans with you. Only after I found out about the secret message he sent to you did I realize that the messages sent back and forth between portals could have been similar, even before your arrival. When the police searched Reza's apartment, of course, none of these older letters could be found. Those did not have any secret messages. Is that so? None that I knew of, at least. When he sent me that secret message, I initially had no idea how to read it. But you knew it was a secret message. Yes. But that is not true for messages he had sent before you came through the portal? I don't think so. Maybe those messages weren't intended for you then. We're not that different, you know. What are you talking about? I reached in my pocket. I still have that? I don't know how long it's been. I pulled out the wrinkled piece of paper and showed it to him. According to the test results, humans and dragons show remarkable similarities for different species from different evolutionary lines and completely different worlds. Why do you think I'd care about that? It wouldn't make a damn difference to me if other dragons came through the portal instead of humans. I was the only one who followed Reza and knew something was off, but all my concerns were swept away in the wind. It was never about you being humans. It's about my people not hearing my pleas and the leniency they were willing to show you, all in the name of fostering this diplomatic relationship. But you two came here and strutted around like you owned the place. You tore my home apart, the blood of those who died on the very hands of everyone who allowed this to happen. If they had listened to me in the first place, maybe I could have caught Reza that day I was wounded. And things would look very different right now. I agree. Then why do you blame me for suspecting you? All this time I've just been helping the police. So have I. Maybe they'll finally catch Reza and we'll see how all this turns out.
Yeah, he's a little slow.
Wait a minute. You had Anna perform these tests for you? It was more the other way around. She was the one who wanted to study my blood. Suddenly, I'm not surprised that you had those tests done. She can be ruthless when she wants something. What did she do to get your blood? She asked nicely for it.
Yes!
Two fucking text boxes of silence!
His expression changed, though.
Really, Maverick, was that necessary?
By a single centimeter of difference.
Hold on. There you go!
And now he's laughing hysterically.
Why am I expecting a shoop to whoop?
I'm a firing my laser! She asked nicely? Nothing else in this world right now could be worth more than samples of your blood, and you just gave them to her. You know what? Maybe I was wrong. Even if humanity and Reza have cooked up a crazy plan, and even if they are willing to sacrifice either of you for their own goal, maybe you really have nothing to do with it. Maybe you are just clueless. Maybe it doesn't matter much, though. After all, you have nothing to gain from me if I change my opinion of you. To me, proof is the only thing that really matters, so my feelings on the issue are not important. If you work with the police long enough, you just learn to take things as they are. Maybe with you, I'll have to admit I was wrong. But I won't ever stop looking for those who are responsible for this, and if I find them, I'll show no mercy. Charming!
Yeah! You actually get to see him change his expression for once.
Yeah, I know, he actually laughed. Albeit very horrifyingly.
Probably because he doesn't have much practice laughing, so...
Well, first off, he had to kill his brother even though he didn't want to.
Yeah.
So
that was a very interesting story.
So that scarred him initially.
Mm-hmm.
Hardened his heart.
Quite a while since he's laughed like that.
To be honest, I just want to give Maverick a big hug.
Yay!
See if he doesn't swat your head off.
You hug him, he's like, hey, get off me, what are you doing that for?
I'd just give him a big hug and then just stab myself.
Wow. That'd be horrible, man. That'd be horrible.
It's like, I trust you, Maverick.
Then I have to wait. Bryce and Sebastians were observing the farm now. If anything had happened, I would be the first to know.
Hooray! Someone else read a line. I spent the time looking around Bryce's office, studying all the material he had gathered about the case. Though there wasn't any information that I didn't already know. The sad thing is that is the same fucking sound my phone makes when it rings. So the first time I heard that, I thought my phone was ringing.
Wow.
Furea.
Well, we got our trigger out of the way.
Yeah? I think you need to come here. I'll give you the directions. No problem. There you are. So what happened? Whole lot of nothing. There's no movement from the building in the time we've been watching. He usually operates during the night. Maybe he's just asleep. Maybe he's become a bat.
He's Batman now.
No, he's Man-Bat.
He's Man-Bat.
Man-Bat.
That's right. He can't be Batman. That's Maverick's job.
No, technically Man-Bat was an enemy that Batman fought.
Okay.
Though that guy was involved
I'll go
in gene
You stay here,
splicing.
all right? Yeah, sure. Go on, Bryce.
I got a feeling. Go ahead and save it before you choose, and go ahead and say all right.
No,
I have a feeling that he'll actually say something different now because we got the trigger out of the way.
nah.
What,
fuck
and you
it.
say that he...
Let me
save
go
it.
in first.
Just save.
Aww. Didn't
Why?
want to test it, huh?
Maybe I can talk to him. Maybe I can blow myself up and just leave this fucking world. Maybe I can delete the game and pretend this never happened.
Aww.
Suddenly, I hesitated when opening the door. I left my laundry running!
Oops.
I hesitated when I opened the door. Bryce, I really gotta take a shit. Can we hesitate and wait on doing what we're doing with Reza here? I'm just gonna close the door again and I need to go take a shit. Don't open the door, you'll die. I'm gonna go find myself a bush. That was a pretty close call, you know. Too bad Reza wasn't there after all. Maybe he ran when he saw us approach. Strange for him to leave everything behind, though. Everything he's stolen. All the generators are still here. Do you think the trap was for us in particular? Probably not. It was likely more of a general safety precaution. If he had any time to prepare for this, he would have taken the stuff with him. True enough. I had no idea you can make a bomb out of a generator. Then you must haven't been with us long enough. If you know how, it's not even that complicated. And Reza somehow figured it out? Apparently so. Does he have any skills pertaining to engineering or electricity? No! He just has the power to turn anything he wants into a murder weapon. Especially guns, he gives them infinite ammo.
Somehow.
Though, in Anna's bad ending, you could actually hear it clicking, so he had run out there.
Yeah, but then, like, in a Dean's bad ending, he didn't fucking run out of ammo. He didn't fucking reload.
You just kept shooting.
It's like, what the fuck, man? You gotta feel bad for fucking, Maverick in a Dean's bad ending, though.
And Anna's bad ending. And Anna's good ending.
Maverick gets shot so much. You know, you're gonna hate
Maverick
the
is
ending,
used
though.
to working at the shooting gallery as the target.
I'm gonna warn you though. If I'm remembering this correctly, and that good ending and bad ending also have something here, I'm pretty sure you're going to hate it, at least in some degree.
Well, he's worked on cars, blah, 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 stuff.
Well, I think you can fast forward it at this point.
Yeah, we can.
What, you can't press the skip button?
You don't want to. It's too quick.
If it's that important to you, Sebastian, why don't you just watch it regardless?
You know that if you hold the skip button, it'll stop at these as well. It will not skip these.
I'm scared of it skipping these.
It won't. I promise you, it will not skip those. Unless if you already made a selection.
Yes, Sebastian, I am definitely implying you give the fuck up on guarding that goddamn portal that night.
Yeah.
We don't need to lose you as well as probably Maverick. It's really just a given at this point now.
Yeah.
Maverick is 1 for 4. Pick a good spot and just relax and ignore the portal, ignore the gunshots, ignore fucking everything. I'll take the eggs to the hatchery.
You should go to the witness next.
Look at this furry motherfucker.
He's a mana dragon.
He's a fuzzy dragon.
His name is Kevin.
It's called a mana dragon.
Mana?
Mana dragons are ones that have actual fur instead of scales.
Ah.
Sorry, I got shit to do. Hiya, Dean. Oh, I was actually gonna get those from police department later. I'm so glad they got back safely. Emily, stop chewing my leg! It's tasty!
Yum.
Oh well. Anyway, I was just about to go inside, so I'll take those off your hands. Thanks for bringing them here. No problem. And I'm gonna go rest in my apartment. Okay.
No, do the witness.
I'll visit the witness.
Have you done the witness before?
I think so. Yes, I have. Fuck this guy!
Yeah.
Can I help you? You must be Ipsum, is that right? Yes. I'm working with the police, blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. I can't even fucking skip this!
Huh. He can't tell you anything because his roommate's missing.
His roommate's missing?
Lorem.
Yeah, Lorem's missing. He won't tell you anything because Lorem's missing.
That's odd. Because that wasn't the case last time.
Something happened. Lorem's not there anymore.
Lorem died!
Lorem dead.
And I get knocked the fuck out. Again.
Every single time. Me out, man.
Skip.
Skip.
Skip, skip, skip.
Fuck.
There's nothing to do here.
Fuck the admin a bitch. Seems nothing for me to do this morning. I guess they won't need me at the police department. Not that I mind. Seems I got some message. Let's see. Hey, Furea. Want to meet up and go somewhere? Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. You and I. Just want to get out of my crummy temporary apartment. I'm sure we could think of something fun. Pretty sure there's a fucking strip joint somewhere in town.
How to
Come
dress
on
it.
over, Bryce. I don't
Is
mind.
he thinking what I'm thinking? We're gonna go fuck.
Most definitely.
Actually, now to mention it, Lorem doesn't pop up in any of the options anymore.
I wonder what happened to Lorem. Is he just gone? Did he die? Oh, that
You'll
must
have
be
to
him.
play Lorms to find out, because you actually gotta find out.
Hey, Furea. Hey, Bryce. I know you said you wanted to get out of that small apartment of yours, but I'm not sure if mine is much different. Well, I figured yours couldn't be any worse than mine. And now that I'm seeing it from the inside, I have to say the council didn't do a bad job with it at all. I assume it's appropriate for someone with my status. Whereas the chief of police has to make do with whatever he can get. You said it was only temporary. It is, but I'm getting really sick of it, to be honest. I can imagine. Anyway, what's the plan? Plan? We gotta do something, right? If you want some entertainment, I could offer you a bookshelf full of it. Here, Sheridan, the scepter of sovereignty should be enough to last you a while. No thanks. I've had enough fiber in my diet already. Oh my fucking god! That fucking line!
Chillax, man! Chillax!
Oh my fucking god. Suppose you're not a fan of reading then. Why would I visit you to just read some crummy book? Besides, I do read from time to time. What do you read? Signs, menus, magazines? I don't think that counts. Let me take a look around your apartment then. Feel free, though I'm not sure there's anything special about it, except the pills I downed a bunch of earlier. Watched and amused as Bryce headed to the kitchen.
It's Viagra.
Viagra! Oh my
Well, now
fucking
you
God.
make a joke!
Oh my fucking... Lucian out of fucking left field with a home run. Holy shit. This Let's Play is becoming something. So that's what you're really looking for. Guess what? I found something. Kinda knew he was looking for booze. Showed me one of the cheap bottles of wine that had been in the cupboard since I arrived. Why don't you raid the fridge while you're at it? No thanks. This'll do for now. Oh, I get it. You want to play spin the bottle. Sure, we just gotta empty it out first. I assume you don't mean emptying it into the sink. Of course not. That'd be a terrible waste. A terrible waste of the second cheapest wine from the store. I don't know how you humans are with stuff like that, but here we don't throw away perfectly good things. I'm not sure this wine would qualify as perfectly good. Hey, at least it's not the absolute bottom of the barrel. Now, are you gonna help me with this or not?
Maybe sure.
Sure.
Alright, let's make it one glass for you and the rest for me. Fucking Bryce.
He wants it all for himself.
You think that's fair? If I had to guess, I'd say I weigh 5 to 10 times as much as you do. So this is as fair as it gets. If you say so. I opened the kitchen cabinet to find an appropriate vessel for Bryce, but when I turned to ask him about it, he had already opened the bottle and was suckling on it like a baby. I suppose that means I won't have to do any dishes. How does it taste? Like wine, I guess. Cheap wine. Besides, I thought you were more of a beer person. Hey, I take what I can get. Just a few minutes later, the bottle had been emptied completely. I'm not sure if drinking like a dragon is a phrase, but if it isn't, it should be. Hey, not everyone can drink like me. I see. Now we can finally play Spin the Bottle. Don't we need more people for that? Damn, you're right. Now I drank all this for nothing. Somehow I think the whole Spin the Bottle thing was just an excuse so you could drink the wine. What? I would never do such a thing. Of course not. Well, we could still play it with just the two of us. At that point, we wouldn't even need the bottle anymore. Come on, where's your sense of funness?
What?
Funness isn't a word.
Well, it is for Bryce.
Is that even a word? We're here to relax. You should lighten up a bit. It's a bit hard to lighten up given everything that's been happening here. If anything, it's worse now than it's ever been. Reza's actions are threatening our agreement, and with it the survival of everyone I know back home. But what really takes the cake is that he may have it out for me because I'm helping all of you. You want to have this conversation right now? Alright, let's have it. Just let it all out. Yeah, why don't we talk about Maverick? He may have it out for me because he thinks I'm working with Reza. And me, I'm just here in the middle of this whole mess, just trying to make the best of it. You know, you're only involved in the investigation because we needed your help, right? I know, and I'm doing what I can, but that doesn't mean it's making the situation any easier. You don't think I know? You think I don't know that? Me, the one responsible for every action our police is taking in this matter. If you want to go ahead and blame someone, just blame me. I can take it. I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying this whole situation is something I'm not very comfortable with. And whose responsibility is that, huh? However you look at it, it's me. I was the one who didn't listen to Maverick back when he had his suspicions about Reza. If we had acted then, this whole thing might not have spiraled out of control like it did. And despite what you might think about him, he was the one who found Reza's hideout even after I forced him into sick leave. We were practically at Reza's front door and he still got away somehow. If I had done something different, we might have caught him. Let this be my official apology to you. I apologize for anything that I might have done to wrong you. Sorry for putting you through all this and having to involve you in our work while trying to fix this whole mess. Because in the end, this is all my responsibility. You don't need to apologize for anything. He hurled the empty bottle against the wall on the other side of the room where it shattered into pieces. Then what do you want me to do, huh? I don't know.
Sad Bryce.
Do you think it's easy for me, seeing so many people die on my watch? Do you think I don't keep asking myself the same questions? What I could have done differently? And if that would have made a difference? Bryce, you have no idea. You have no idea, Bryce.
You know well.
I'd be used to it by now, but I'm not. How could someone ever get used to this? It's my duty, you know. But I can't save them all. Never could. You've been to more than enough crime scenes by now. How have you remained so calm? Do all those who have died not matter to you? Sorry for making you look at a corpse on your very first day here, but you know I had to. Your help here has been invaluable. And it's not like I could ask anyone else. It's the same for me, really. Sure, they could ask someone else to be chief, but if I'm the one who's best suited for the job, who am I to reject that? Otherwise, I'd have to blame myself for every mistake the other chief made. Is that why you drink? Might come as a surprise, but... Actually, the alcoholic police chief used to be a huge stereotype in our world. Really? You wouldn't believe it. Actually, I do. Research about alcoholism in the police force is out there, but in general, populace doesn't know about it. It's all for just internal documents. Why don't people know? They don't want people to know about unhappy things like that. Besides, they trust their chief. If they knew about it, they might start to have their doubts. I thought it was common knowledge that you visit the bar fairly often. Often enough that you're friends with the bartender. I don't know. Maybe they don't realize how it affects me. They see someone who can drink a lot and does it for fun. They don't realize what it means. What other stereotypes about the police are there in your world? That's the biggest one. I see. Well, alcoholism and suicide are both huge problems in law enforcement. Suicide? Yeah.
Aww.
If you have to deal with the things we do on a daily basis, it can affect you in pretty bad ways. Everyone has their breaking point. We all just cope in our own different ways. Some do it better than others. That's why I'm worried about Maverick right now, and why I wish you'd known him as long as I have. You think he's at his breaking point? He's taking this whole Reza situation very personally. I'm just worried about him, you know? Just like I'm worried about everything else until we can sort this whole mess out. It's personal for me too. No matter what you may think about Maverick, or what he may think of you, he still found Reza's hideout, which led us to the generators. I guess you have both helped a lot in this investigation. My point with all this is, we're all a very tight-knit group at the police station. Me, Sebastian, Maverick,
Naomi.
The one that doesn't exist.
the one who's there for like one scene and then disappears. Yeah.
Who doesn't exist?
The bond we form on the job is how we know to look out for each other. I can tell you there's nothing else quite like it. What do you think? How many more have to die to stop Reza? If anything, he's more dangerous now than he's ever been before. You know how much this depends on how this turns out. Whatever happens, I'm just glad to have known you. Remember when I told you about the wooden models I'm making? I never told anyone else about that. As much as I like everyone at the department, it's just not something I can talk about with them. Saw us at the barbecue. Never hear the end of it. Sorry about the bottle. I'd clean it up, but don't worry about it. It was empty anyway. That's the Furea I like.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, you won't believe what happened with Emira at work. What did? Well, I did what you told me and played along with her. She asked me for a massage again a while ago, and you gave her a massage? Honestly, I have no idea what I did. I don't know how to give a massage, so I just pressed and rubbed her here and there. What did she do? Well, she seemed to like it a lot. There was a lot of grunting and moaning, plus she gave me a lot of compliments. I guess there was a lot of tension she needed to get rid of. She should visit a massage parlor then. They have people there who are way more qualified than I am. Do they? Yeah, usually it's those who have better hands than I do. But then she doesn't really want the massage anyway. She just wants me. What are you gonna do next? I don't know. After I gave her the massage, she just told me to go home and take the rest of the day off. And the next day, she acted like nothing happened. Did she deny that it happened? No, didn't even bring it up. We just went on with our work as usual. Strange. I get the feeling she might ask me to do it again soon. And what will you do then? I'll probably just do it again. If I can get the day off, I can at least go back to the department and work on the case a bit instead of doing nothing in her office all day. Good point. It makes for an interesting story, that's for sure. True. Can I ask you something? Go ahead. If I told you that I'm a time traveler from the future, what would you say? Time travel? Isn't that something that just happens in bad science fiction novels? Fourth wall broken.
Yay!
Why bad science fiction novels in particular? Don't you think there could be a good one? Let's just say all science fiction novels because they're all bad. Huge generalization aside, what if we were in a science fiction story and time travelers are real? I'd want to see some proof of it first. It's not something you come across every day after all. What if I confided it to you as a friend? You'd still have to show me some proof or else I'd call you out on the joke. What if I was serious? Well, it's pretty far out. That's the kind of thing someone would make up to scam people for their money or something like that. Alright, let's forget about time travelers. What if I told you there's another human here besides Reza and me? This is getting kind of weird, Furea. Just entertain me for this question. Well, unless you had some sort of proof, I'd call you crazy. As a member of law enforcement, aren't you supposed to follow up on every report? Yes, but that doesn't mean we have to believe everything. If there's no proof, we'll look for proof. If we don't find some, well, without any proof or leads to follow, there's nothing we can do anyway. I see. By the way, when you and Sebastian went to the farmhouse to go after Reza, you just left me alone with Maverick in the same room. I did? Yeah, I was worried there for a few seconds. Don't you worry about him. You mentioned that you had a talk with him about a week ago. That didn't end badly for you either. He might be scary, but I don't think you need to be afraid of him. He's got a very strong sense of justice, so he wouldn't do anything to you without a good reason. When we were alone, we had the opportunity to talk where he made his position very clear. Did he threaten you? No, I was honest with him, and in turn, I think he was honest with me as well. No, really? Yeah, I had nothing to hide. If he was willing to talk, I wasn't going to turn down the opportunity. How'd that go? I think he doesn't suspect me as much anymore. Guess leaving you alone with him wasn't such a bad thing after all. I suppose you could say so. I just did. What's that outside? Fireworks? Yeah, must be the summer festival. You wanted to get out of your apartment, and rather than go to the festival, you came here? The festival isn't really anything special for me anymore. Seen one, seen them all. Besides, it's usually more of a thing for families, really. I see. Are those the fireworks people keep talking about? No, they have a fireworks show every evening. Nobody really cares about the first couple of days. It's only the last day when they bring out the big ones. I usually watch those. Oh, so if there's big explosions, then you care? Well, yeah. But it's a big tradition here. Maybe even an ideological one. You know? Everyone in the whole town united under the stars watching the beautiful fireworks. It's a thing. People have been telling me for the last few days how I just have to see them. You know, you kind of owe it to us as an ambassador to take part in a cultural event like that. I'm going to go anyway, so you don't need to convince me. Want to come with me? I know all the good viewing spots. Most of the popular ones are usually super crowded, and we probably want to avoid those. Can't promise anything right now, but I'll keep it in mind. Well, you've got my number, so let me know as soon as you can. Sure thing. You know, those fireworks are also often a couple thing. Not surprised, they can set the mood for a romantic evening. Well, they're still going on outside right now. Are you saying you want to go outside and watch? No, I'm saying we could take this conversation elsewhere, namely the bedroom. The bedroom here's nothing special, I can assure you of that.
Really? Come on!
He's trying so hard to fucking hint at it!
And it wasn't even that vague.
Well, then again, he wasn't as upfront about it as Anna, so...
Yeah.
I guess my guy's a little bit shallow.
Aww.
Well, it's better than the one I have right now. You know, when you slept over last time, we shared the couch. I took it as a sign. Did that mean anything to you? Or was that just two friends sharing a couch that was clearly too small for two people who just wanted to stay friends?
It meant
exactly what you thought it meant.
Yep.
Why don't we make this a little more romantic then? Share a glass of wine, see where the evening takes us. I should have another bottle in the kitchen. I'll go fetch it. Sure thing. I went into the kitchen to fetch a bottle of wine and 2 appropriate vessels, wondering how Bryce would manage a wine glass. When I returned from the kitchen, however, I was met with an unexpected sight.
Really?
Ironic, no censoring.
Was that unexpected?
Scream!
Accept it. Accept it.
Except, who am I to turn down a big burly dragon?
who's also horny.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Bryce
Okay,
sprang
yeah,
to his
had
feet,
bring
a somewhat
George
embarrassed
Ryan
look
back.
on his face.
What
is it? No, that was fine. Don't stop.
Don't stop.
Not something you've seen before, huh? Not like that. And then, especially with my kind, they are, well, I think you can see what I mean. Mm-hmm. Do you want to just stand there and keep staring? No.
No.
Then why don't you come a little closer? Alright.
I think this is as forward as it's actually gonna get.
Yeah.
And we glance over everything that happened. Another free day! Yay me!
And another sex scene. I mean, we even had the censoring, so we know it was sticking out.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, but with the angle of that wine bottle and everything, he must be pretty small.
No.
Or it was hiding right up to the tip.
Or
Nah,
like how,
I think he's just kind of small for a
no,
dragon.
no. It's like how some dogs, they get really excited when you come home and then they got their little red rocket going on.
The little red rocket.
Yeah, it's just poking out.
With that, we're gonna end this episode, boys and girls. If you liked what you see, hit that fucking
We're
like
almost
button.
done. Ah!
Click the
Okay.
thumbs up. We'll see
One
you in
more.
the next episode.
Next one better be the ending. I'm